Hey everybody, I've been seeing these things at dollar stores. They're little speed monitors. And there's like a ton of them at the dollar store. So I thought I'd buy one and see if I could figure out maybe a way to just make some cool little piece of terrain out of it. Like if you look at it here, you can see, it's got like different little, it's hard to see there, but there's little numbers when you turn it. I was thinking maybe I could paint my own little number in there. You're going 210. That's too damn fast. Yeah. So I don't know. I thought this might make an interesting piece of terrain. Another thought I had about it is maybe setting it up as a like an automated turret, like I've seen in some games where as you're driving by, it will fire at you. And I was thinking maybe that might be kind of cool, It's like, hey, it's a post-apocalyptic speed trap, and if you're going too fast, well, you're going to shoot your ass off the road. It could be cool that way. So I'm thinking I might throw like a gun or something on it just for fun. But basically, it's just a piece of terrain. And these things there's like a million of them. And I was just like, well, who would want this? Why? And then, those ideas hit me, and I'm like, well, let's give it a shot. Let's see what it looks like. Might be kind of cool. So that's what I'm going to work on next. So, first thing first. Let's drill that out of there so I can get into the pieces inside, and it'll make it a whole lot easier to paint them and do what I want with them. So, let's see. I'm not sure if this is the metal piece or a plastic piece, so we'll find out when we start to drill here. Ooh, I think this is plastic. It's going to be nice and easy. Oh, thank you, Matchbox. That's pretty good. I don't think you're going to come apart yet. I think I might need to drill you out a little more. Yeah. Let's try a bigger drill bit. Okay, so let's try the bigger bit here. Come on. Oh, yeah. Well, that just took that right out of there. That was nice. Yeah, that just came right apart. So we got these little pieces. And we got our little roller thing. Which honestly, that's the piece that I think needs work. Just paint it black and then a little bit of color on it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the color on it real well or not, but even so, it needs some help. I don't know, maybe even just, decide what you want, kind of glue it in place there, and then maybe cut off these little side pieces, because, I don't know, they look kind of stupid, but I don't know, maybe that's where the guns go. I wasn't thinking about that, but hey, why not? I was thinking more like guns over here or something, so as you drive by, whoa, you're too fast, pow, 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 die, future law enforcement. So, those are those pieces. What's next? Alright. So yeah, I scratched off under there where it said construction zone. I didn't want it to be a construction zone. I just wanted it to be a speed trap. So yeah, just gonna scratch this off of here where it says Inc. Construction Team. You know how they are. So, just use a little knife. Actually, you know what? I'm wondering if a little sandpaper might be easier for that. Let's just try right a corner of this. Yes and no. But it's less annoying of a scratchy sound than the knife. The knife, it's just sort of almost a fingernail blackboard kind of thing. Just oh god, yeah, I hate that. We're going back here. Wait a minute, maybe this thing will work. Oh yeah. Is that the rougher side? Which side's rougher? That side's a little rougher. And that's good enough. Just enough to know that, hey, something was there, it ain't now. Who cares? And so yeah, what I think I'll do now is maybe mask off this little top part. And then I'll just go prime some of these little pieces. So yeah, let's do that. So yeah, I'm just using a little latex acrylic masking fluid here. And I may need to do another layer, but you know, just paint that on. Got it right over these little light thingies and just this top section. I like this top section with the 55 and you know, it says speed limit and all that. That's a nice little deal. That I'm cool with. But the rest of it, I'm gonna paint it black. Okay. And I realized, wait a minute, I'm prepping everything to paint and I haven't even put my gun on yet. But what I'm thinking I'm going to do is just take this front half of this, you know, kind of cut it about there and use that as a gun, and maybe use this little piece here to set it on. So that way, you know, it actually has that sort of rotating, you know, it can shoot you no matter which way you go. So yeah, that's my thought. So I'm going to do that. Alright, so let me get a little super glue here. And I need to use my toothpick to do that because, well, my super glue thing is all super glued. Closed and I can't get the damn thing open. But I'm just going to stick this to this. Yeah, and then once, let that sit for a second, and then we'll take some of this, and we're going to put it on the other side here. So there we go, fat hand in the way, and pull it on there like that, and then we'll mount our little gun. And then we'll let that dry, and then now I think it's probably ready to paint. Not doing anything fancy with this. This is a quick, easy little project. Alright, so I got all my little pieces painted. I just primered this one here in gray, and then I've already peeled off some of the, what do you call it? Masking fluid. That's the words I'm looking for. I peeled some of that off of here already. Wasn't perfect. It's a little around the edges, but I don't care. I mean, again, it's all going to get covered up with weathering and other stuff, and so I think just the roughness of it's going to make it look good. I don't know. Had some black paint here. Yeah, I've been working on trying to get this little thing so you could actually see the numbers and maybe even have them look like they're lit up. But it's tiny details, and I'm not real good at that. Not real good at that at all. But yeah, had some extra black paint, so I weathered this a little bit while I was waiting for this thing to dry. And, but yeah, you know, he's got his little gun. Matter of fact, I even added an extra little piece so it didn't get primered with the rest of it. But again, not real worried about it at this point. So yeah, I'm going to piece all these together now. Okay, so pieced it all back together. So this is kind of what it looks like. I decided to put some bullet holes on it. You can kind of see the little speed thingy in there. It doesn't look too bad. I'm not going to say it looks great. Hopefully it'll look a little better once everything is weathered, but I'm not really going to worry about that part. I don't think that's really what's important. What's important is it's telling you to slow down, or else. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to dab on little bits of brown paint here and start just kind of dirtying it up, weathering it. Whoops. Yeah, it helps if you guys can actually see that, huh? So, you know, just put a nice liberal coating of some nice browns, just kind of all over. Tone some of this crap down here. Just give it an all over kind of mess. Get in there under the tires. Yeah, maybe I need a little more paint. I don't know. I'll just kind of get that on there like that. And then do a little paper towel, rub some of the worst of it off. So let's go back for another layer in a second. All right, and let's do a second pass here. We're going to make this even sloppier. Just really coat it on. So that's kind of coming along there dirt-wise. Although the sides, Jesus Christ, the sides are all clean. That's not good. We don't need that. Get some more thick paint, put that on there. Forgot to hit record, but I'm already using a little bit of a lighter paint here and splotching that on in places. Just really just kind of like that. I think that's good. Just crap. There, that's starting to look a little more nasty. Okay, so now I got like a tiny bit of orange here. And we're gonna mix that in with some of this orange is like pretty potent, so it does not take much. But I wanted to mix that in a little bit with this. And just get some of that super rusty rust in just a couple little spots. Like there. I just kind of there. I want some more orange actually. Just kind of under there. Maybe it's some of this. And around the barrel there. Just some spots where it this crap just seems like it should be rusty. And screw it, that's good. Just little hints of it. And we're done. So let's let that dry for a bit. Alright, so next we'll do a little bit of a black wash just all over. Just totally sloppy everywhere on it. Because again, that's going to pull out some of the, it's going to settle in some of the details and make it look a little better that way. My little mix, I mean, I'm just using acrylic paints. I don't have oil paints, and I'm not sure makes that big a difference. But so yeah, I'm just using acrylic paints, a little water, a little alcohol, just because alcohol apparently, at least that's what I've heard, is it will work as a bit of a flow agent to get in there. One of the other nice things about the alcohol, though, is it evaporates quicker than water. So I think it, at least in my experience, it seems like the dry time is a little shorter. I don't know. But we will see how this goes. So I'm just going to give it this black wash all over. After this, I'm going to dry brush it with a little bit of silver paint just to, let's get down in there. I'll give it some little silver dry brush to bring out some of the edges, and that will probably be that for this thing. But we'll see how it looks when it's done. Well, yeah, I may have to do some little dust on it too, and then seal it one more time. But there, I think that's good for the moment. So nasty. Just look at that. Just gross. Just gross. Happy little speed trap. Yeah, maybe someday I'll make him a little friend. He lives just right over there. Just right there. Alright, the next step is just dry brushing a little bit of this silver paint here. Let's get the worst of that off there. And let me close this so I don't make a mess while I'm doing all this. And then just kind of dry brush a little. Yeah, I want to get that gun barrel. It's a little too black. But just kind of dry brush a little on the edges. More. Excuse me. It's that allergy time of year. Yay. So, get the worst of that off. Yeah, that was a tad much. Let's try getting a little more off there. There we go. Just kind of getting some of those edges, gives it a little bit more. You can tell that it was metal under there. Just those little bits, that should be enough. It's more than enough in a couple spots, but I don't care. I'm not really worried about this one being super detailed and elaborate because I'm mostly using it as a terrain piece. So we let that dry, and then we're going to throw on some dust. Okay, it's probably dry enough. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, I got my little bag of dirt and rust colored crap, and we're just going to dust this whole thing. Try to get it in all the little crevices and stuff. I mean, this thing's just sitting here in the middle of the wastelands. It's just going to be covered in crap. We'll give a little on this side. And then once I'm done, I will take it out to the garage and I will give it a nice matte clear coat to, hold all this dust on it and everything. Because otherwise, it just falls right the hell off, So yeah, just want a little bit more roost right there on that hitch. Sure, there, just a little. So that's that. Let's take this boy out and give him a matte coat. Alright, so there it is. All done. You can see all the little bits of dirt and stuff that have stuck on there. You know, some of it blows off when you put the matte spray on, but there it is. Got little bullet holes. You can barely see the speed, but who cares? I mean, that's not the point. Yeah. Again, it's a cool piece of terrain. You can use it as a turret by itself. You could use it as just plain terrain. Again, somehow to me it seems almost like you could set this up on a straightaway and then, you know, have a thing where it's like it only shoots if you're going over, you know, if you're in gear 4 or higher or gear 5 or higher. I think that would be a cool little mechanic too, you know. I mean, do you want to risk getting shot at, or do you want to just kind of take it easy and cruise by, but maybe somebody else zips past you and, you know, could add an extra little strategic element to the game there. But anyways, that's that. And I don't know, like I said, I see a million of these. It just seems like there ought to be something you could do with it, and well, that was my thought. So there you go. Have fun, y'all.